Howdy YouTube, Adam back for another episode of Northern Colorado Adventures. Today I'm talking about windscreen protection on the bike. This is a big problem up here in Colorado, particularly Northern Colorado, as we get close into Wyoming. We've talked about this in previous videos. It's just something that is part of everyday life here, and it's part of everyday life on a motorcycle, but it's particularly more obvious up here when you get rolling out in the open areas. And so one of the things I had when I bought the bike a couple of years ago was an oversized Triumph factory windscreen, which was kind of scooped. It had the middle cut out so you could see over as an adventure screen, and then it had sort of a tapered look that would allow air to flow around it and towards the armpits of the rider, which was pretty nice when you're out doing adventure stuff, but when you're riding highway or stuff to get there, pretty ineffective. And there were a lot of days I was wishing I had a more calm cockpit to work from in there. And so I sprung for the Madstad windscreen. So this is something that cost me $350. There was a 10% discount. It was $390 for a 2016 Triumph Tiger. With the discount came down to $350 shipped. And I had the option of going from 18 to 24 inches tall. I went with the 22, and you have the option of going from clear to medium gray to full tinted. And I went with medium gray, which I think is sufficient. I'm not really sure I'd want to go much darker. The clear would be nice. I do have an adaptive visor that will go kind of a smoke colored anyway, so I didn't want to go too dark with the tint. So I decided that was enough for me. It was fairly easy to put on. They actually sent me the wrong bracket the first time, but eventually they got it right. And small company out of Brooksville, Florida, about an hour or so west of Orlando. And they sent it. They have different windscreens from $250 to about $400 for a wide variety of motorcycles, side-by-sides, slingshot type vehicles, cruisers, whatever you could think of. So I highly encourage you to check them out because we're going to take this baby on the road and test it out. Apparently a beautiful day. Well, there you have it. You've got the Madstad and you've got the factory Triumph tall ADV windscreen. The Madstad adding about 2 to 3 inches of clear air coming over the helmet. And with the brackets on the Madstad, you can actually raise that up to 2 additional inches, which would really pick up the passenger if that's your thing. My wife is interested in riding this summer, so out of necessity, I kind of did have to get a Madstad type device. I think the Madstad adds a lot of functionality to the bike and a lot of enjoyment from the driving position, but I also think the Triumph is still more stylistically appealing than the Madstad, which is more parabolic versus the Triumph more carved and chiseled look to it. And I like that. I wish Madstad has a solution for that, but I think this is just part of the function of blocking the wind more evenly. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what your windscreen solutions are. I'm keeping both of mine just in case. Otherwise, enjoy the ride and be safe out there.